All right, everyone, welcome back to the Star Wars Galaxy Fears video with Phatphil, and it is the week we've all been waiting for. We are here for the Battle of the Waves. It is down to me and Egnards. We are in Phase 1, start of TB here, and this week we will be battling each other. Each day, I think he's going to be able to live stream every single time. I will not be able to do that, but we'll be updating each other with the wave counts. So, feel free to, if you're in his Discord, I think he's got a really nice scoreboard going. Maybe I'll create something. I don't friggin' know. So we will be going through that. So I want to kind of give you guys an update on what does this mean for my account in terms of, like, what am I looking to see here? Obviously, I want to win. I'm not 100% sure that can happen, but I will at least say that, we've put ourselves in the best position possible to be able to get this done. So go ahead, please like, subscribe, comment down below, give our shout to the channel members for their continued support. If you are ever interested, link down below. And if you are a channel member, you better be rooting for me. And if you're Wombat, who is in Egnards Guild, you better be, like, deploying early on every single planet. Make sure that we're sabotaging. Come on, man. All is fair in love, war, and territory battles. Wave battles. Yeah, I'm not kidding. No, I am. I don't want to win that way. Yes, I do. Anyway, let's get into our video here, talk through a little bit of the strategy, and then what, I'm expecting out of my account. Alright, guys, so in terms of overall strategy, the biggest thing you're going to see me go through and do these phases is that we're just going to play smart. We're not going to take any major risks. I'm not going to do things crazily differently than I've done before. We're just going to try to stick to what we know, stick to what we do, because that's what we're comfortable with, right? Stay comfortable. Don't do anything outside of the box just to try to squeeze something out if we're not, ready for it. One thing I do have to say, I am a little bit nervous. My guild is changing the way we handle Mandalore. We used to do Mandalore on day 4. We'd, like, walk it pretty close to the line. Day 5, I would at least be able to sneak a fleet mission out of this. And then day 6, we would come in, open up the ground forces, do another mission, and I'd get, like, 2 more, I'd get, like, 4 total missions out of it. Just an extra, fleet battle. However, we're now going to do that in Phase 5. And my one problem in Phase 5 has been that I never needed an extra team for Mandalore because the ground missions were never open. Well, now we're doing that in Phase 5 where I've got to build an extra Relic 8 team. So right now I'm down a couple of waves from where I used to be because of the way that we're handling Mandalore. I don't know if I'll be able to make that up or not, in the time of, can I get a Relic 8 team up and running? But, we're not going to concede. We're here to fight. We're here to, fight for our right to party. It's just going to come down to which one of us I think is... We're pretty consistent through most of these. It's going to come down to, I think later on, he's got a few planets that he's able to get more waves on, and it's if I can capitalize on some of the earlier planets. So, anyway, I do want to do a couple of my battles in Phase 1 while we kind of just do this, because what the heck. So, we've got the best battle of all time. We've got Lord Vader here. I'm just going to throw this, and look at me, I'm like Egnards. I'm going to throw it on auto. Yeah, when he was live streaming, I actually went onto his Twitch stream, and I was like, yeah, I came to the live stream so I could watch the Lord Vader battle. I'd never done it. I need to know what the team comp is. This is such a just like ridiculously silly battle. It's just kind of annoying to play through. It's actually, here's the thing I will say about auto, is that auto play is one of those things where I would argue that most of the time the AI does not play the way that you would want it to. Like, I wouldn't have used the AoE there, but it is what it is. So then we lead off here. Like, it's just one of these things where you're like, ugh. Like, okay, Kenobi's got damage immunity. There we go. Start charging our ultimate. There we go, Lord Vader. Come on, buddy. Let's lose that healing immunity. There we go. Get back up. All right, AoE time now. Block that. Yes, good job. And then they just hit each other for a while here. There we go. That's nice. But no damage immunity for GK is solid there. But he gets his high ground. Ugh. This is such an annoying battle. It gets, like, scary for, like, for, like, a few times where you're like, is this really working? And then you remember that, like, yes, it does, and it's fine. AoE him. Nope, of course he's gonna... Oh, there we go. All right, we lapped him. I was gonna say, I don't want to get that damage immunity. The damage immunity is so annoying to deal with. There we go. All right. That's one out of the way. That's there's one battle on auto. Yay. Here we go. Fun. All right. And then let's show you guys I'm going to do like we'll do like three favorite battles here. So then we're going to come over to the light side and we're going to use this is literally my favorite team. I don't know why. I know exactly why it works this way. It is just, this is the most fun team to use in TB right now. So, and I need to move this to like ×2 speed. We got to play this a little bit slower. So let's remove this stuff. Let's do that. Look, there we go. All right. Just hold on, guys. All right, there's this ability. Look at that. We just hit for 1,000,000 damage already. Because they have so much protection up, this battle's just such a joke. Like, look, Ahsoka just soloed that team. Like, she's just destroying them. Let's go here just for fun because I don't care. Look at that. 500k. Like, yeah. It's a joke. Look at this. You just, like, we're just, yeah. It is an insane. Look, I mean, 300k. That wasn't even, that was a Hera battle. That was a Hera hit. That wasn't even a. Let's hit ultimate just because I can. And again, I apologize. It's on ×2, but this is just like, this is where the fun begins. Look, this guy's like almost dead already. Look, 3 million damage. I mean, Ahsoka just killed that dude. Ahsoka just killed that guy. Ahsoka just killed that guy. Look at this damage. Just boom. Easy enough, right? Easy peasy. That is my favorite. That is my favorite battle to do. Yes, you can put that on auto, but there's no reason to. That is just way too much fun. Like, I actually will normally try to, like, time it so that way my Sabine can hit for, like, 5,000 damage because that's just the best. And then finally to my favorite, like, phase 1 battle here. You know, and this is one that I would say if you're in, like, a lower level guild, guys, this team on this unrestricted battle here is one of my favorites. The CLS team works really, really well. You don't need a lot of RNG here. It's just it's a pretty solid battle. You're going to do really well. So let's up our speed. And again, I mean, you can attack this Stormtrooper with that thing. It doesn't really matter because it's just going to get tossed around a lot. So we'll go ahead. Let's try and remove this guy's turn meter. You don't need to use, like, I'd actually say, like, most of the time, I don't need a crazy amount of specials to work through this phase. But you can. I just use a lot of basics because you're going to get enough counterattacks that it just doesn't matter. And the AIs here are not the smartest. So I really, why I wanted to really show this team is because I think it's important for you guys to see the, how do I phrase this? Because it is important to see the teams that do and don't work in these TBs. And then what I'll do here is I'll actually go ahead and give that to, 3PO and Chewie because I want to try to get his, I want to be able to just spam some of his abilities. So we'll go ahead and do this. Hit that up. And then now we have Blind on cooldown. He's got his stacks of translation. And, yeah, it's pretty much game set over at this point. I mean, again, I could put it on auto, but we're just going to basic away here. Just go after this Stormtrooper. And there's another there. Just keep going. And again, you guys see, I mean, it's just, you could almost auto basic this battle. It's pretty easy. So those are just a few of my favorite TB battles to do. Again, there'll be more to come on this. Maybe I'll try to live stream one of these nights or two where we're going through some of the more challenging phases. But I figured for phase 1, good enough where it is there. And the nice thing that I did, I will say none of the characters that I use there are needed for my guild needs me to place an operation. So gonna go ahead, get those off, and then, you know, through the rest of the day here, get the rest of my battles done. So guys, this is the kickoff against Egnards. You know, hoping for a good, successful phase 1. I will keep you guys updated every single day with kind of a quick update on how TB went. Good, bad, ugly, whatever the case is. So please like, subscribe, comment down below. And if you're still watching, go ahead. Wampa is king in the comments. I love you all. May the force be with you, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, my friends.